Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new piercing reaction video. So today we're going to be doing something that I haven't done for a very long time, and that is to react to your own personal horror stories. As always, if I don't read out your one, you are more than welcome to repost the same story onto this one. Make sure you do post it on these videos because these are the places where I get them from. Don't email them to me or put them on Twitter or Instagram or anything. Make sure they're on this video because this is where I will come. Anyway, let's get straight into your horror stories. When I was 12, my dad told me he pierced his ear with a sewing needle. Typical dad! Being the rebellious emo twat I was. The rebellious emo twat. Being the rebellious emo twat I was, I decided to pierce it with a push pin. Mind you, I did not disinfect it. Keeps getting better. So I sat there for a good 50 minutes trying to How did it take you 50 minutes to pierce your... I'm sorry. I know it's not a needle, but they're sharp. Like, you can push it through. How did it take you that long? There was blood running down my hands and fish... Blood running down my hands and fish tank. What are you doing? Bloody waddy in the fish tanky wanky. Why are you like piercing it over a fish tank? Your fish are actually piranhas and like, oh, maybe they'll drink the blood. Come along, Mr. Piranha. Dippy whippy at the bloody waddy. That was my piranha impression. Please gif it if you wish. After I heard a pop, I left it in for a while and surprisingly it never got infected / swollen. I'm surprised you didn't have an infection from that. I can't believe you did that for 50 minutes. Like, how were you doing that for 50 minutes and you didn't get it through? Also, why are you doing it over a fish tank? I have lots of questions. I have no one to answer them for me. Why is this happening? Triggered. I got my belly button piercing done at home. No. Trot along, bitch. But my friend pierced it and he's a professional. He's being trained to be a piercer. He's not really a professional then if he's still getting trained. He's not a professional yet, is he? Anyway, everything was going well until I noticed the skin started to What? The skin started to deteriorate from my belly button. What? Your skin was deteriorating. What on earth did he do to you to make your skin rot? That is absolutely repugnant. And it only got worse because when I was showering, I had a comb in my hand and I was ready to comb the conditioner through my hair when accidentally it caught on my belly button and ripped it out. Oh my God, that is, ew. This like gross, like rotting away belly button got ripped out from a comb. This is what I call a triggering story. What on earth did he do to you to make your belly button deteriorate? What was happening to your skin? Like it was just corroding away. Like what was he doing? What did he do to you? So I'm 29 now, but when I was 11, I wanted to get my ears pierced. And back then you just got them done with a gun and never thought to go to a shop. Yeah, I mean, back in like the 90s, like piercing guns were just normal. Like there wasn't really the sort of, you know, the disdain for them as they are now. So I got both my ears pierced with a gun. No issue until a few weeks later when I reached up to itch one of my earlobes and I couldn't feel the back of my earring. Oh no, that is embedded in your ear. When I couldn't find the back, I grabbed a spare that I had thinking I just lost the other one. As I was trying to put the back of the earring on, I felt it was a hard mass in my ear and realized my ear was really sore. So I had my dad look at it. The back of the earring had healed inside my earlobe. Yes. And her dad had to dig it out. That's absolutely disgusting. I can't believe that piercing guns are still legal. I cannot believe, like this happens so many times. Like with piercing guns, the amount of times that the earring sort of just, your ear like eats the earring. Like please guys, do not use piercing guns. I'm so sick of people commenting now and then.
I've got mine done, it's fine. I don't know what you're going on about. I got a piercing gun, it's fine.
Again, you're a minority. The majority of people who have piercing guns will not heal well. Like, please, guys, do not do it. I really never understand this notion of, I don't want to spend money on my body. Like, you're making a wound in your body. Why would you want to go cheap on that? So many risks and dangers. Choo choo! This is a story of my friend's. She was very allergic to most metals, so naturally, she got 7 piercings in one ear. I'm angry that a piercer did 7 for you in one day. That's disgusting. There were free-flowing blood and pus around where she got the last piercing. The infection had spread and got mixed up with an allergic reaction. One night she fell asleep with her earrings on, and when she woke up, they had gotten stuck to each other in her ear. That is absolutely disgusting. How close were they in order to do that? I guess if it's swollen up. I'm trying to think how close it would have been for them to have been able to do that. When she tried to take the earring off, all 4 of them came out along with a patch of skin. That is absolutely disgusting. The infection got much worse after that. It was red and raw and always wet, and there was a thick layer of white pus above it. It was so gross. Oh my God. I'm a tiny bit confused by the story. Like, your friend got 7 piercings all in one go. This is where it seems. Although they're allergic to the metal, and then like they started getting swelling up and pus was coming out, and instead of taking them out and going back to the piercing, you just kind of dealt with it and was like, oh, we're fine. And then it's getting gross and pussy and things, your ears falling off. Choo-choo, all aboard that trigger train. Please guys, if you're ever worried about if you're allergic to a metal, just go to your piercer and they'll be able to tell you what to do. I don't really know how to properly test like allergies and stuff, so I'm not really knowing about that, but if you ever worry, just go to your piercer. Go to your piercer. Do not be scared to go back to your piercer and say, this is happening, I need help. They will not judge you. They will be pissed off if you do things yourself and then go back when it looks absolutely horrendous because you've done stupid things. So I had my septum pierced before. The lady did it incorrectly, so I took it out. I wanted to get it redone. I'm a professional, but still considered a junior piercer, so I hadn't done a septum piercing before. So I thought I would do my own for practice. No, 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 no. You don't start training piercing by doing them on yourself. That is a horrendous idea. And the fact this is a horror story, I'm guessing it doesn't end well. I put the clamp on, pushed the needle through, and nearly blacked out. I noticed that when the needle came out, it had stabbed my nostril on the other side. For God's sake, no, no. So this person's pierced their nostril, like a septum like this, and it's gone through and then like hit the side of the nose hit. No, 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 no. I quickly took the needle out and blood was pouring out of my nose while my co-worker called me crazy. Because you are crazy. And 10 minutes later, I worked up the courage to try. After all that, you tried it again 10 minutes later. What? Had it pierced for a year now and no issues. Don't try this at home if you're not trained or professional, kids. No, don't do any piercings on yourself. None, even if you're a professional, don't go piercing your septum yourself. It's not a good idea. Get someone else to do it. Second time commenting this. Well, you got your comment read. This happened recently, like a week or so ago, and I was at my brother's and I was having a go on his new VR. I was sat on the floor in front of the telly while doing this, and my brother's dog laid on the sofa, or so I thought. Anyway, I'm in the middle of a game and it all happened at once or something in the game and it made me jump. I jolted back and my brother's dog, which was right next to me on the floor, jumped up. Oh no, 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 no. We've had birds eating piercings, cats ripping out tongue piercings. Now this dog's gonna do something. The dog jumped up, tried putting his paw on my shoulders and tried licking my face, which scared me, making me jolt back again. And as a result of this, my brother's dog ripped my 8mm tunnel out of my ear. Piercings do not go well with babies or animals. Stay away. That must be so, like, because this is 8mm. I can't imagine having that ripped out. No, no, no. I have a piercing horror story which makes me want to stay single forever. I've had my 3rd lobe piercing done since I was 14. I'm now 25, and a couple weeks ago, myself and my boyfriend were play fighting. Oh no. And my 3rd lobe piercing got caught. My God, no, what's it? Oh. My 3rd lobe piercing got caught in between the links of his chain necklace. No, no. Unbeknown to me, he jumped up and started. Oh no, 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 no. I'm reading ahead now because I'm scared. I felt it rip and blood started pouring down my neck. Needless to say, we were both in a panic. As I thought it had completely ripped my ear apart, thankfully, after carefully cleaning it, I decided to add tea tree oil from the piercing aftercare kit and leave it alone with the jewelry still in place. Unfortunately, the next day, my ear had swollen considerably and swollen over the earring. It was really painful, blue and swollen like a baboon's bum. What an analogy! Like a baboon's bumhole. Really, my friend tried to gauge her ear with a sharpened pencil during... What? You have someone who tried to gauge their ears with a sharpened pencil. So you put pencil lead, is it lead? Pencil lead? Lead through your ear. Triggered. My horror story. I've already gotten one side of my lip pierced professionally, but decided I wanted snake bites. I went back to the shop that I initially went to, but ended up getting a different piercer. No big deal. He'd drawn the dot and it all looked well. But when he started to get ready, he told me that he likes to do piercings freehand without a clamp, which made me nervous, but I figured he knew what he was doing. Boy, was I wrong. He pierced it completely crooked and way too low on my lip, so I wasn't really happy, and he immediately took it out and said he would re-pierce it. After the second time, the lip was swollen and sore. I'm surprised, like, yeah, getting it pierced twice, your lip has gonna swell up like anything, like a baboon's ass. So there is a lot of like sort of discussion between using clamps and using the like not them. I always think like using a clamp is better. Like, I mean, there's certain piercings it's easier to not because it's harder to get the clamp in and stuff. But like for the majority of piercings, I feel like just using a clamp is just so much easier to get it spot on as to where you want to go. And I know people will disagree with that, and people will disagree with not using them. Like I kind of think you should use them. And as you've seen, this person's had it done and it's all crooked and horrible twice, and then the lips swollen up, and even after the second time, like it was still crooked and gross. And I just no. When I was a kid, 8 years old or so, I had my earlobes pierced with a piercing gun. Please keep in mind this was 1998, and piercing knowledge was scarce. Oh, burpy, werpy, masky, wasky. My father would sometimes help me clean them. One night he was cleaning them and noticed that the pearl fell off. However, he was attempting to remove the rest of the earring. It could not come out. It would not come out. After an hour of pulling, yanking, twisting, crying and screaming, he gave up. I had to go to the hospital where the doctor found my earlobe grew over the... Guys, again, this person's ear, like... Piercing guns are bad. So then they had surgery to remove it. Literally, guys, yeah, gross.
Gross.
Not really too sure what just happened then. This is not my horror story, but it happened to my classmate's cousin. I mean, there's people going, this is a friend of a friend. This is your classmate's cousin. Like, this is, how long down the line? Anyway, she got her tragus done, but the piercer was so terrible that it shoved the needle through her... Sorry guys, I kind of read... But the piercer was so terrible that he shoved the needle through the tragus and went really far into the ear canal. He busted her eardrum and now she can no longer hear properly. Do you know, I'm not saying this person's lying, but I do think sometimes people may like exaggerate a tiny bit on some of these stories, because I have read some of them that I don't put in that are like so extreme. I'm like, I don't think you're telling the truth. This one I'm unsure about. Like, they put the needle so far that it punched the eardrum. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. If this is true, that's absolutely horrendous. Like, I'm spitting. Horrendous. I know I say this a lot, but literally, choo bitch. So guys, I'm well and truly on the triggered train. I'm speeding down that railway, about to crash off a cliff, onto my doom. Bad bitch. Literally, guys, oh my lord. Thank you so much for sending all your stories. Comment down below some more of your horror stories. I'd love to read some more for my part 7. I love doing these. It takes me a little while because I'm dyslexic and can't read very well, but I enjoy doing them. Make sure you hit the like button to really help me out. Come follow me on all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff is linked down below in the comments and in the description. And I will see you all very soon for another fabulous video. If you find this amazing, everything you want to be, don't let bitch this here with you, because you are what? Flawless. Yes. Bonjour, gorgeous people. Oh, God. Thank you so much for making it into the video. I'm delusional. Just to say a special thank you to my what's wrong with me? Special thank you to my patrons, Crew Roseberry, oh my god, Curtis Mitchell, Fred Monster, Galaxy Starfire, Kelly Bowser, Kia, Nikki NG, and Philippa Clark for being my top tier patrons. If you'd like to go a Patreon, there is a link down below. You can help me live and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, bye.